to wherever you may be in this world. It's a beautiful day here at the Viking camp. I'm waiting on my friend Chris. He's going to help me put the roof structures up today on the Viking camp. A lot of you have been probably wondering what's been going on. You know, we've been posting very much videos lately. You know, first the whole COVID thing, which is a long story, but then I had to bury my best friend. I lost my best friend that I had for 10 years. My best dog, my best friend. And so, kind of been away. And made me think, you know, the whole YouTube thing. I get back on YouTube and I see that YouTube is punishing me for not being what they expect. You know, I was all happy. I had over 2,000 watch hours. And I was going there, I was halfway there. And then I get back on YouTube to put my life back in order. And I look, I'm back down to almost 1,800. So, you know, I'm thinking about quitting the whole thing. I really am. I'm just saying this, you know, screw this. The only reason, really the only reason I'm really still doing this is because you guys. I've built a great community of viewers and people, and I guess it's like-minded. I don't know how to express it. It's just really hard to put things in words at this time right now. But I'm really thankful to have all you guys to put nice words in days that there's nothing really to be looking forward to. I've had many of those days lately. Yeah. That's kind of the only reason it's kind of the only reason I'm going to consider, you know, turning on the computer and finding something nice to talk about. But it's really at a point where I'm out of energy. It's like I work a full-time job that costs me all of my energy, all of it. And I get home, you know, and I have life, you know, and it's like, hello, GB, good morning. And then life happens, you know, and then you have to deal with that. And then you always have to be 100% for whatever comes your way, you know, and people expect that from you. And then there's no time for me. Then there's YouTube, you know, you have to find nice topics to film. And since I basically have a Viking YouTube channel, I guess I'm pissing a bunch of people off by filming my bees and my garden and things that are out in nature. It pisses a bunch of people off and they unsubscribe. So I don't know. You know, I think that they think that Vikings were some kind of barbarians that were, I don't know, they didn't eat. they never slept. They never had, you know, they didn't have daily dilemmas in life that were going on. I guess they just want to live in that fantasy world. And if I'm not showing them what they want to see, they unsubscribe. And I'm sure by the end of this live stream, a bunch of people, but it's a free world, people, you know? So, whatever. And I'm glad to have all you guys along for this journey, because it's been a really rough, I don't know, I lost track of the days and weeks, but you know, it's a really, I just wanted to check in with you all and let you know I'm still here. I'm doing okay for what it is. Yeah, I'm a real person. I guess that is a good explanation. And sometimes being a real person is, you know, it's like I'm not acting, but I'm the main role in this. I am the main character in this story. So, you know, and I still have to, you know, as I have a wide variety of antagonists that constantly propose conflict to my well-being. and to those that I care a lot about. Yeah, and having to bury my best friend, letting my dog go was like, it was like cutting a piece of me off. But I don't like to talk about that right now. I just would like to share what's been going on. And as you guys can see, it's a very beautiful day. The birds are out. And the sun, I guess you can see it's beautiful from my perspective here, looking at the camera. I do have my camera. I was up here with Vanessa yesterday. We were filming the bees, and somehow all of our batteries from both our cameras decided to quit. So I have a little bit of footage of that. I'll be maybe making a short video on that later as well when I get home. I'm going to be filming some of the work that we're doing today. Well, I didn't post that because that's a real personal thing, and I didn't want to make a media event out of something that's that tragic in my life. I wasn't even able to think about YouTube at all. Actually, anything. It was really difficult to even get back into life, and it still is. I have him in a nice spot here at the camp. Yeah, so it's like he's not all gone. He's here every day, and just life has to go on, So still got little Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear is keeping me on track. This morning he was quite a handful, but that's him. That's Pooh Bear, little prince. He's up there. He's tied to I got him anchored down to the van in the shade. It's not very warm yet, but in another hour or two when the sun gets up here, it'll be like 25 degrees, 20 degrees Celsius, which is perfect. Perfect weather. Yeah. So my buddy Chris should be showing up here any minute. I'm gonna go walk back up to the camp. I didn't have a lot to say. I was just wanting to check in and say hello. And I'm really contemplating about the whole thing, YouTube, and it's like they want you to share your entire private life and glue this camera to your face. And I don't know, people, so I don't get it. I'm fixing the potholes here in my driveway. Yeah, it's very steep. I have to fix these. No, someone keeps driving up in here. That's not me, because someone stops on the hill, and they don't know that you don't do that, and then they burn out and they dig these holes, which is very annoying for me. My trail cameras seem to always pick up everything but the people that come in here that aren't supposed to be here. But yeah, I can still deal with that. Go over here and sit and see if the bees are awake yet. So many beautiful things starting to grow. Nature's awakening. It's just very, very calming. What's going on here? Let me see if I can switch the camera around real quick. There we go. That's Vanessa's beehive. We made our first bee split yesterday from the strong colony that we have here, and we decided to do our first bee split, and that's Vanessa's first beehive right there. Now we got to wait and see. Here comes a bee. Just landed on me and then took off again. So we've got to wait now 2 weeks to see the progress, to see if they make a queen. The queen flies out and the queen goes on mating flight and comes back successfully, and then we can see if that colony will begin to exist. Oh wow. Yeah, that's the battery saying it's about to go out, but we still have a little bit left. Yeah, so that's Vanessa's first beehive. I think if the weather stays like this, it'll be 100% success. So we're gonna check that out the end of next week. We're just gonna lift the lid and take a small peek before we, and then in 2 weeks, we'll open them up and go through and see what happens. And if if we need to, we'll start the whole process over again. You know, sometimes it doesn't work and you have to just put another frame of bees in there with a brood, and they start over. They make a new queen. It's really cool over here. I don't know if you guys seen it already or not. This is wax melter. I don't know if that's how you say it in English, but you throw all your old wax in your frames in here, as many as you can fit. I usually just throw all the wax in there and just cut the frames, or I have a whole bunch of wax in this tub I've been collecting. That's all empty now finally. And then it melts down. I guess you can see it a little bit. It melts this nice, clean. Let me open it up. Oh, Princess saw something up there. See, that's pretty cool. It's got the old wax up there, and it melts right down in nice yellow, clean wax right there, all filtered. Now I've got to put it back together. It's always a little tricky putting the lid on. There we go. Yeah, I got that for Yule from Vanessa. It's an excellent gift. And I know how I was a little bit angry because I know how freaking expensive these things are. And all it is a wooden box with a plexiglass lid and a stainless steel insert. Something I was looking to build. Boogers. Something I was looking to build myself here for less than, a couple bucks, but that's a gift I highly cherish. I was very happy to have it, and when, I guess, in the end, and the first day I put it together, I was surprised how very efficient it is. So that was it's an excellent gift. Yeah, if you see up there, that tree, that's my it's like they're like plums, but they're yellow. Yeah, the tip of that tree is broken off, so I'm gonna have to cut it down to the tree stem. And what I might do is I might graft on some branches. I might order some branches from a I don't know, from some online garden center, and I'm gonna try to actually for the first time graft on some fruit branches to a tree to see if I can actually get that to work. And that's something new I haven't ever done yet. So it's a new skill I'd like to practice. All my nice trees here coming to life. You guys take a look at that. Hello, Nick. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Well, I have a model, but I think that one there is all I need. I really only need one. That's plenty. Look at all these trees. Thank you, Lee Bowman. That's very kind of you. Well, I may get something like very close to the fruit that's on there, and I don't know. I'd have to take some research. I'd have to look. Like I said, I've never actually done that. Look at that cherry tree. Now these cherries here that are growing here, these are a type of cherries that aren't very suitable for eating. They're very small. You can eat them, but the seeds are poisonous. So you don't eat the seeds. It's very important. But they are edible. I eat them all the time. And they're very sweet. And they ripen very late in the year. They turn black. And then you harvest them. And they're very sweet. I just have to watch it. Pooh Bear, he likes to eat them off the ground. That's the bed that we've been working on, Vanessa and I. We're going to order some. So this is kind of, I dug it down to the red sand. So I have to put some real good soil back on top. I'm going to order a couple truckloads of humus soil from the construction company from my buddy. I've got another one right there. I got different ones: pears, apples, cherries. I've got what's this? Mandeln. I don't know what they call that in English. I guess chestnuts. I have probably 5 or 6 now. And this here is one of my bee trees. Bee trees or something. That's a new thing that's been, in the beekeeping community for the beekeepers that have lots of land or space to plant their own crops and trees. It's actually, I'm a big believer in planting regional plants and trees. However, I've done a lot of research on this, and this has nothing but positive influences on on the environment. This is a Chinese tree or an Asian tree, and in the late fall, this tree has thousands of little blossoms. Now this tree, I think, yes, this one and another one, even though they're small, they have had blossoms last year, whereas some of the other ones have not. And for the first time I got to see, I have one over there behind the raised bed. I think that's it right there. It's extremely tall, and I paid a large amount of money for it, and it's beautiful in the fall. You should just absolutely finally pay it off. Yeah, and these are all starting to come. They're losing their first leaves because we had that snow. We had like 20 centimeters of snow last week. So, what color? They're kind of like purple, white, purple. Now you got me questioning me. They bloom. I think white. Yes. If you look at bee tree, or Oidea hupensis, or Tetradium danieli, they have two names. Or just bee tree. Google it, and then you can see, I guess, pictures. I think they blossom in white, sort of like lilac, I guess. They have these big flat blossoms with thousands of little flowers. I have one here too. This one, I guess, took a hit here. It's from the frost, but examining it really closely, I can see buds. So it's gonna take a little bit. Yeah, bee tree. That's what they call them, is bee tree. Yeah, or Bienenbaum. That's what we call them in German. It's absolutely awesome. I like that. And it smells really nice. I'm not a fan of flowery smells, but this is actually a really nice, sweet smell. It's coming off of there. That's a cherry tree. And now those are actually like plums, sort of, kind of. I don't know the name for them. And I've been wondering what they were. I almost was going to cut them down because they have 6-inch thorns off of the stem, and I didn't know what they were. And I'm a big I don't plant anything with thorns, and I didn't know if it was a fruit tree. So this is the first year I actually got to observe. This is the first year I actually got to observe that there's, the nice blossoms. So I'm going to leave them. They're very useful for the bees. Now that I've seen what they are, I'll definitely in the fall trim them down and give them a nice healthy cut so that they can grow even more beautifully in the future. They've just been growing wildly for the last probably 10-15 years, and no one's taking care of them. So Vanessa's done a great job here. I hope the battery holds up. If I'm gone, all of a sudden the battery gave out. So we planted kiwis all the way around the outside, and all of this willow that is perpendicular, it's all living willow. We stuck them down in the ground real deep, and we water this every day. And look at this. They're starting to grow. That's so awesome. And that's the idea of this. We want it to be like a living fence. And then in the future, maybe in the next, who knows if we're still around by the time this is grown, we want to make a dome out of this, out of living willows. And this will be a garden area. I'm filling this up with humus soil, because this red sand isn't very nutritious for gardening. And we're gonna put different sections of crops in here for things that we eat. And this outer section also allows for planting certain types of plants that like to climb, like tomatoes or berries or cucumbers, you name it. So that's versatile. We filled this entire the light. We filled this entire area here with strawberries. I had so many strawberries left over from last year growing in the strawberry section that they were crammed way too tightly together. So we separated them out so they can reproduce and have some space. And we filled this entire ledge up with strawberries. So there's my buddy Chris. He's coming up here. Let me switch the camera around again. He's parking down in the parking lot. That's good. I'll walk up here. Got little Prince up here whining. All right, guys, a little quick video. By the way, it's April, isn't it? Yeah, out of all the action and turmoil that's been going on, I forgot to mention it's the 3rd year Viking camp birthday. It's probably sometime about 2 weeks ago, but it doesn't matter. 3 years Viking camp now. Thank you. We got little Prince over here, all excited. Okay, I'm going to end the live stream now. I was happy to have a quick chat with you guys, and yeah, we'll see how the YouTube thing goes. The other option would be to start a new channel. I'll download all of my older videos, and then I'll upload them, I'll remake them, and then I might start a second channel and just post all of my older videos 2 or 3 times a week on that other channel to see if the YouTube algorithm gets a kick in the ass and my channel actually starts to grow. Hey, Pooh, it's all good. I'm right here. He heard Chris pull up. Now he's all like, somebody's coming. What? What? Got little Prince over here all happy. Pooh, what's up? You're live on YouTube. You can behave. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. I'll have to think about it. I have to put my head to it. I've been working very hard on my YouTube, and it's just going in reverse. And it's, yeah, life has been kind of kicking everything in the rear lately, so I need some new energy, and I haven't found it yet. It still feels like I'm going downwards, but this beautiful weather, and I hope it stays like this now. I've had enough of bad weather and the rain, and last year was just terrible. Destroyed everything, destroyed the whole fun of the summertime. I was just doing nothing but work. You sit down. Sits. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, but I can't let everything go down the drain, you know? I have to really hold it together somehow. And you guys actually hold it together. That is, you know, without you, there's no YouTube. You guys give me a reason to actually come back. So I'd like to thank everybody for that. Yes, Nick, thank you. Okay, guys, I got my buddies walking up in here now, so I'm gonna end the live stream now. Stay safe, and see you soon.